What's happening, everybody? This is Brad Hart coming to you from sunny San Diego, California. This is Make More Marbles. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about how your vibe attracts your tribe. And what do I mean by that? I mean that everybody has a certain energy that they put off, right? And scientifically, we don't really quite understand the nature of the universe. We understand some things, certainly, like there's physics and mathematics that will show us certain things that are, repeatable and testable and true. And I actually have a background in science. I was a biologist in a former life. So I know a little bit about the scientific method. I wouldn't call myself an expert, but there are things about the universe that we can absolutely observe, and we can consistently observe them, and we can use various instruments to collect data. But, in reality, we don't know enough about the universe to say that we have it all figured out, right? We're learning new things all the time. So one of the things that I think is really interesting is that people are actually energetic beings, right? If you had the right microscope or the right system or the right tools, you could take a look at your arm and realize it is not just your arm. It's not a solid piece of matter. It's actually matter condensed to a slow vibration. It's actually atoms arranged in a particular order that create what you see in front of you, which is your hand, your arm, this ring, this watch, whatever. And the really interesting thing is that that vibration and that energy is also creating a field around you. It's also creating the world around you, and we're all energetically connected, right? If you look into string theory and quantum theory, there is evidence to suggest that quantum particles and bits, they actually can communicate with each other across unlimited amounts of distance. And it's theorized, although we can't prove it yet, that one quantum bit, if it changes here, might have a correlation to another quantum bit light years away, and it might change instantaneously. So energetically, even though we can't see the connection, there are connections between matter and things and people and other auras or other, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to get too metaphysical here. But in reality, when you walk around in the world, your vibe, the energy that you're putting off, the state, the emotional state that you're in, because emotions are just energy, right? Actually attract or push away the things that you are coming into contact with, right? So, we talk about the law of attraction as this mystical hoity-toity thing, this kind of illusory thing. But in reality, the law of attraction just means that whatever you're putting out is coming back to you. If you're putting out abundant, loving, caring thoughts, if you're empathetic towards people, that comes right back to you. If you are a leader and you're stepping up to help or to serve at a high level, you will automatically attract people who are doing the same and other resources that you might need in order to accomplish that goal, whatever it might be. So when I say your vibe attracts your tribe, I want to remind you consistently in the moment, when you meet people, when you're at a party, when you're out on the water, whatever you're doing in life, right? Like right now, for example, I'm at a house in San Diego. We're here right on the cliffs. It's a beautiful place on Cordova Street, and we're here for a traffic and conversion summit. I'm here to meet the best internet marketers in the world and learn a little bit more about that skill, because ultimately I want to help more people. I'm a coach and I work with people one-on-one, but that's cost prohibitive to some people. That's not realistic. They can't invest the time or what have you. So I want to be able to serve more people, and the medium I've chosen is through video, right? Because I have kind of a knack for just talking to people. And the videos that I shoot are great, but if nobody ever sees them, you have the best stuff in the world and it's locked in a box underneath the ocean, guess what? It's not going to help anybody. So you need to learn a little bit how to market yourself. And all marketing really is just spreading a message. So, the tools that we have today that most people didn't even have 10 or 15 years ago, especially with video and how cheap and ubiquitous it's become, it would be a sin for me not to learn the ins and outs and the strategies to spread this message to more people, especially if it's a useful message for people. So, I came here to meet people. I came here to attract a higher level of tribe. I came here to understand what I don't know about this medium, which I will use to hopefully spread my message to more people. So when you walk into a place like this, you got to understand, what is it that you're looking for? What energy are you putting out? Are you on the same wavelength as these people? What commonalities and what differences do you have with them? And I happen to have a pretty good understanding of human interaction, because I've done it tens of thousands of times with people from all over the world and I've traveled to 5 continents. But even if you've never left your hometown, you can begin to look at relationships and look at human interaction in a slightly different way, and you'll see a markedly different result. Like, for example, if you go up to somebody and start telling them all about yourself and about why you're so great, or come from a place of certainty and significance, you're going to see a much different reaction and energetic reflection from that person than you will if you go and you say, hey, what are you working on? What are you excited about? What gets you up in the morning? Why, tell me about something in your life that's going amazing right now. Tell me something about your life that's not great, something that you need help with. Connect people to each other. Be listening for opportunities to make connections for the people that person might need, or that resource that person might need. Hey, check out this course, check out this video, check out this book, send it to the person. Make an effort to help somebody before you ever ask for anything in return. And the funny thing that happens is the more you do this, the more it comes back to you. If you were constantly trying to scheme and strategize and how can I get what I want, it's over before it began. But if you consistently go into situations saying, how can I give? How can I be of service to these people? That will come back to you 20-fold, 100-fold in your life. And I've seen that constantly throughout my life. And for the longest time, society and the news and everything that you see, all the messaging that you're being given is that it's scarce, it's competitive, you got to be afraid, you can't trust anybody, what have you. And all of that, I'm so happy that I left all those limiting beliefs behind, because in reality, yes, some people are out to get you, maybe, I don't know. Some people might have their own best interest in mind, but realistically, everybody's just doing their best based on what they know at the time, right? So if you're afraid and fearful and scarce and competitive, that's because that's all you know, and you're afraid to act any other way because you believe that everybody else is that way too. But the funny thing about that is, as soon as you begin to act that way, you close off energetically and you push out a negative type of vibe, if you will, to use a terminology. Doesn't matter, pick any word you want. But once you start putting off those negative vibes, guess what? You're going to push away the exact people that you're trying to attract in the first place. Because, again, like attracts like. People that are like each other will attract each other. So I guess that is all to say, be cognizant of what you're putting out into the world. Because that's the most important thing that's going to attract the people that you surround yourself with. Whether they be the most successful people on earth that'll help you achieve your goals, or just anybody who shows up. And if you don't design your life, life will design it for you, and whatever shows up might not be optimal to what your actual productive goals are towards, living your dreams, your purpose, traveling, building a business, meeting the love of your life. It's such an important thing, guys. I want you to really practice this, because again, you're not going to start out being world class at it, but guess what? If you do it consistently and you grow to love it, and you like the challenges that come with it, and you really enjoy helping people, it'll consistently get better over time, and you'll be able to serve more people, and it's a virtuous cycle as you grow and change and become a bigger leader in the world. So again, the best leaders in the world are servants first and always. The more people you serve, the more will come to you, and the more value you add, and the better vibe you have, if you will, the better tribe you will attract. So again, this is Brad Hart. I'm coming to you from San Diego, California. It's a beautiful day here. We're at Traffic and Conversion Summit, and I just wanted to make this quick video to help you attract the tribe that you deserve. So your vibe attracts your tribe. MakeMoreMorals.com. Check us out for other great videos, and I'll see you soon. Take care.